Okay, you guys, so I'm going to try to make this video um, um, not so long because people are going to be coming home pretty soon, so I'm going to try to get through it. And this is a real sensitive topic, although it is a story time video. This actually happened to me very recently. If you guys are following me on Facebook and Instagram, then you know that the reason why I've been going from my videos for a while is because my husband was on vacation, so we just spent that entire week together just doing different stuff, and that is where it goes into this video. Now, one of the first things that we did, well, let me back up. I'm one of those people that I stay in the house, I don't go anywhere, I don't visit any friends, I don't really have any friends. I interact with you guys on social media, and that's probably just about my entire social life. Sad, I know, but I kind of made it that way because I feel like the bigger your circle, the more drama comes in, and just, I like to protect my heart and my emotions at all times because I'm really, really sensitive. So I just stay to myself, point blank. So, with that being said, like I said, he was on vacation. So one of the first things that we did was we went to visit a friend of mine. She lives, a couple of hours away. And, we drove out there, and I first of all, it wasn't planned. We were in the car, and he was just like, "Do you want to go see your friend?" And I was like, "Yeah." I already knew who he was talking about because she lives in West Bubble. So I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. Might as well go see her." She's pretty much the only person I call a friend nowadays because I can pick up the phone and talk to her, and it's just like we spoke. It's like we haven't talked in years. Me picking up the phone and talking to her, it's just like we never missed those years. We just pick up where we left off. So, and we're also friends on, social media. So, that being said, I've known her for about, Jesus Christ, probably about over 20 something years. And yeah, so like I said, I don't visit people often. So I was just like, all right, let's go. Now, how can I start this without, I don't want you guys to feel sorry for me. This is not like a pity video. It's just basically a story time, just telling you what happened to me. And I don't know, it just bothered me so much. Anyway, we get there, and this friend, I'm not going to say her name, I'm not going to say where she lives or anything like that. I'm just not going to do that. If she watches this video, okay, but I still haven't talked to her about it. She has no idea how I feel, and I don't plan on talking to her about it. I know you guys are probably going to say, well, she's your friend, you should talk to her about it. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going back to staying to myself and not talking to a lot of people, and it's just easier that way for me, dealing with depression and just emotional stuff that I go through on a regular basis. I rather just stay to myself. It's just, like I said, it's easier that way. I know you're like, shut up and tell the story, right? Okay. So we drive out there. I hit her up on Facebook, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And she hit me back, and I'm like, well, I'm going to come see you, and yada yada. So we were already like an hour away from her house. So we drove out there, and I was just like, I usually have anxiety, but with this particular friend, there was nothing to be anxious about. There was nothing to be uncomfortable about. Any of the things that I experience when I'm going to see family members, and I'm just uncomfortable because they like to judge me as soon as they see me because of my weight gain, or even if I lose weight. Like, they just don't see me. They just see weight gain, or, oh, what did you do to your hair, or just constant judging instead of, hey, how are you, it's nice to see you, and just that type of vibe. I didn't have that going to see her because, like I said, I've known her for a long time, and I thought she knew me, and so I just didn't have any anxiety or any feeling like I was going to be judged going to see her. So we get there, whatever, and that her husband is standing outside, and I forgot what he said when he first saw me, but it was like, hi, or whatever. And then I walked past him. My husband stood outside and talked to her husband. This is his first time meeting them, by the way. So yeah, they're standing outside talking, and I just like brushed past him. I went to go see my friend. Like, I don't really want to see you, I want to see her, even though they've been together for forever, and I've known him quite a long time as well. So I go in the house and I hug her, and she's hugging me. She's like, hey, how are you doing? And then she hits me with, hey, Butterball. Hey, Butterball. So I'm like, okay, so then you're calling me Butterball, basically that saying that I'm fat or fatter than I was the last time you saw me, which is probably true. But Butterball, like, you don't call a woman Butterball. I'm not a little girl anymore. We're not children. We're not teenagers. We don't play like that on a regular basis. She may talk to, you know, her peers where she is and her family, but where I come from, I just don't do that. I just don't do it, because you don't know a person's situation. You don't know what they're going through, and to call them Butterball is just like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna let that get to me. I'm just gonna enjoy my visit with her. So we're talking, we're chatting it up or whatever. So then after a while, her husband, he comes in with my husband, and he sits down like behind me. There's like a table or whatever behind me, and he's like poking me in my ribs and like my little fatty areas, and he calls me chunky. He's like, hey, chunky, and he said it like, you know, a couple of times, and I'm just like, again, I'm just trying to ignore him. My husband didn't hear it, and I think if he did hear it, he would have said something to him, because I mean, she's not, his wife is, my friend is not skinny, you know, she's if not bigger than me. So it was just weird. I know my husband would have said something, and it just was crazy that I just dealt with that. And it was just like almost a silent insult, because I heard it loud and clear, and she said it a couple of times while we were there. And then he comes in with, hey, chunky, and I'm just like, you haven't seen me in over 12, 13 years, and this is the reason why I don't visit people. And this is the first one of the, I'm trying not to cry. This is one of the first things that you say to me, like, see me, don't see fat and chunky and Butterball, because like, who does that? Who says that? Like, I'm the type, like I said, I don't see people, I don't visit people, and I just took her out of that equation because I've known her for forever, and I know she would never, you know, hurt my feelings. And to this day, I know she didn't intentionally hurt my feelings. She probably has no idea how much she hurt my feelings and how much it has affected me and impacted me to where I really don't want to go see nobody anymore. And I just don't want to be a part of just that society where people are, they stay judging you. And I'm just like, I'm on YouTube, I'm having fun, you know, I'm doing my thing. I don't really care what social media has to say about me, because I'll just block you. But it's just like, it's hard to block people that are in your face, so to speak. So it just bothered me. It bothered me so much to where on the drive home, that's all I could talk about. That's all I could say, is I just kept saying Butterball like over and over and over in my head. I just kept hearing it. I still hear it to this day. It's just like, I know you guys are gonna be like, you know, don't let those type of people get to you. She's probably insecure as well. I know all of that stuff, and you know, I appreciate the comments that are gonna come. And if you are negative on my video, I'm going to block you. I'm not even going to respond to you, because I feel bad enough. So I don't need the extra bullshit. But it was just like, I couldn't believe somebody that was just, that I've known for so long, and is just as big as me. Like, I'm not huge. I mean, I'm not the little tiny thing you saw 12, 13 years ago, but I'm not huge and sloppy and nasty looking. I think I carry myself rather well. My husband adores every inch of me, so my kids don't judge me. It's like, I was on a diet, and my daughter said to me, you gotta be like a skinny mom now. I don't want you to be a skinny mom. And I was just laughing at her, because, you know, teenagers are so cute. But I live in my house, and in my house, like, my kids and my husband do not judge me. So for me to go out to see someone after not seeing them after 13, 14 years straight, like, this is what you call me, butterball? So I mean, we left. I mean, it was just some issues where my husband, he wanted to go anyway. Because you know, it's, like I said earlier, it's his first time meeting them, and he just wanted to go. He was like, "You ready to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready." Because I was feeling bad, but I was trying to ignore it and trying not to, you know, I'm not gonna disrespect your house. I'm not gonna bring it up right then and there, and you know, try, because to me, I feel like I shouldn't have to. You should know better than to say something like that to somebody, anybody, because you just don't know. Like, you don't know what a person is going through. You really don't know after seeing them, after not seeing them for 12 or 13 years. You're just like completely ignorant to their issues. And I'm not that sensitive, but I was that day because of like all of the stuff that I just told you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to share that story time video with you. I know you guys are gonna have tons of advice, and I welcome the advice. It's just, I just don't have no intentions on talking to her, not even as a friend. I just don't want to talk to her right now. Maybe one day I'll probably let her know, you know, how much she hurt my feelings and why it hurt so much. Like, I could see if we did this on a regular basis, like we talked to each other like that all the time, and I saw her like every day, and you know, but it's not like that. You haven't seen me in so long, and I was excited to visit her because, you know, I genuinely love her. That's like one of my oldest friends, and I just can't believe she called me that. And her husband, sorry, and her husband came right in and he said the same thing, only he called me a different name, which is Chunky. And it just made me feel like I was looking at my husband on the drive home, and I was just like, damn, am I that big? He was like, well, no. But it just made me think, like, every time I go see somebody, is that just all they're gonna see? Like, I don't know. You guys chime in, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.